This is a demonstration video looking at gold, specifically how to recover gold from some scrap electronics. Gold is a precious metal, it is very inert, non-reactive, and we're going to use that non-reactive nature to help us extract the gold. So we're going to try two different methods. So here we have our scrap electronics. So we can see some gold-plated pins. Gold is used because it is an excellent electrical conductor and also does not corrode. The first method we're going to try is dissolving the unwanted materials using hydrochloric acid or muric acid. So we add some uric acid to a beaker containing our pins, and we can see some bubbling taking place. This is the metal reacting with the hydrochloric and forming hydrogen gas. Now, looking on the internet, they do suggest to add some hydrogen peroxide to this solution to speed up the reaction. After 2 days there was still some undissolved material, so we added some hydrogen peroxide in the hope to dissolve the unwanted material. So after sitting for a week, we tried filtering out some of the material, and we have collected some gold flakes, which will be the very thin electroplated gold layer on the electrical connectors. But there was clearly still a lot of unreacted material and some gold still remaining on the connectors. So now we're going to try a different method. Now we're going to add a different acid. In this case, we're adding nitric acid. Nitric acid is a lot more nasty than hydrochloric acid, and you can see that those brown fumes. Those brown fumes are nitrogen dioxide, a really toxic, volatile gas. You really do not want to be breathing this in. This needs to be done in a fume cupboard or an incredibly well vented area. Now we can see a blue solution towards the bottom. This will be copper nitrate. And we add a little bit more nitric acid to hopefully react the rest of the unreacted material. And if we zoom the camera into the beaker, we can see some flakes floating on the top of the surface. We can see some flakes floating on the surface. These flakes are gold, as we've successfully dissolved the underlying material, liberating the gold-plated, electroplated material. And here we have the two filter papers. The one on the left was collected using the hydrochloric approach, and the one on the right was using the nitric acid. Now, to melt all our flakes together and create our nugget of gold, we're going to pour our flakes into a crucible. This is a tiny aluminum crucible. We're going to pack them at the bottom. One more. It may look like a lot of material, but mass-wise, trust me, this is not a lot. So we're adding some borax. This is going to act as a flux when we melt the material. The objective of the flux is basically to pull all the metal together and make our nugget of gold. So using a gas torch, we'd slowly heat the crucible. The idea of this is to bring the crucible up to a high temperature without the crucible cracking. So we try to uniformly heat it as best as possible. And there's not really much to see here, so we're going to speed up the video. But we can certainly see the crucible starting to glow more and more as it heats up. So we heat our crucible above the melting point of gold. And given enough time, that gold should all pull together with the aid of the flux and form a nugget of gold. Let's hope that's the reaction we're going to obtain. And we can really see this glowing now. So when the crucibles cool down, you can see a crack in the side. So we definitely had some thermal stress. So we're going to gently break this crucible apart. You can see the flux at the bottom. And I'm looking for our gold nugget. Still looking for the gold nugget. And yes, I can see a very, very tiny sphere of a shiny gold material. So we have successfully, although we haven't achieved much, but we have a very tiny gold nugget that we have created from our gold harvesting. So as always, please subscribe and thanks for watching.